Good afternoon and welcome to Wampus Cat Field. Man, oh man, it's a beautiful day for some baseball. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst and public address announcer Tim Roach, always wearing multiple hats for our baseball broadcasts.
Love being at the old ballpark. Let's play two. Well, we can only play one today.
Hey, I'm game. I'm game if you're game.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Oh man. So Tim, it's this is the first of 6 broadcasts. So over the next 9 weeks, starting today, we'll have 6 broadcasts, not consecutive weeks. It'll be spread out. We got, spring break coming up in a few weeks.
Soon,
but for the next 2 weeks, we will be here at Wampus Cat Field for 2 baseball games. And what a way to start it off tonight. Conway and Conway
You're not
and
going to get
Bryant.
better than that. Yeah, I mean, let's start off hot and go. Both teams playing, and it's hard to believe though, based upon how the central schedule is working. Bryant has already played. We've already played a conference game. They've played 2, I think.
They have played 1.
They just played 1, and that was against North Little Rock.
I believe so. I'm going to their
No,
schedule.
they played Jonesboro, and Jonesboro is in our conference. Again, this is one of those AAA things where the 6A Central is a 9-team league, a 9-team conference. You have Jonesboro in there. You have Little Rock Christian in there.
Well,
Isn't that right?
You say that Jonesboro, yeah, it is. They just have it. They have it wrong in Scorebook Live.
That's
yeah.
what I
so
thought.
they are 1-1 in conference.
Yeah, they're 1-1 in conference. So they lost right out of the gate to North Little Rock and then beat Jonesboro. So they've already played 2, and it's not even. We're still 2 weeks out from spring break. It's a jacked up deal, but it is what it is. But we start with the first broadcast with Bryant here, and Bryant's always tough. I mean, they are 2-1 in their current stretch. We are 4-0. We did not go to Texas. We didn't do any of that stuff. So we've only played 4 games.
You kind of can't now because of
No.
the 9-team conference and
Right.
everything starting so much earlier.
Yeah.
I talked to Coach Leighton Harden today, and he talked about Bryant. It's kind of 2 opposite teams in terms of Conway, a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of experience back on the field. Bryant, not as much, but they have 2 strong arms. And he was talking about how it's a tough way for them to start their season. Their first game of the year with a young group was conference game against North Little Rock.
And that's fair, and his point is spot on. However, we are a seasoned team, and we're an experienced team with a team full of juniors.
Yeah.
This is a bunch that's going to be back again next year for the majority of them. And the Wampus Cats are really loaded up with a bunch of arms, and they're figuring things out. It's been a little bit of they lost Tucker Satterfield to graduation, and so that impacted the middle infield a little bit about where people go. We've had an injury that I'm sure we'll get to eventually with Max Holland, who's yet to play this season, and he's our starting catcher. He's the top-rated player in the state with Covert number 2, who is taking his place behind the plate. So a lot of stuff that's been in the works. I'm not saying that we're not ready to play Bryant yet, but this is a team that's still building towards what they will eventually be. So they got a little work cut out for them for sure.
And like you said, I mean, the best player in the state hasn't even been able to get on the field yet. But sounds like positive news. Initially thought it was going to be a lot worse, and it sounded like it's not as bad as it could have been, that we might see him in a couple weeks.
It's bad for the 6A Central.
Yeah.
But it's not so much bad news for us. Yeah, having Max Holland and Sean Cover, the 1-2 attack, and then all the other talent that's there. I mean, my gosh, they've got talent out the seams. They've got some juniors that are in this junior class. They knew that coming in. A lot of them have been contributing since they were freshmen. They are absolutely legit. Boy, we've got some 9th and 10th graders as well coming up. And our senior class is great. Thomas Ford leading that bunch as well.
We're excited to bring it to you live today here on Conway Corp. And like I mentioned earlier, this is the first of 6 broadcasts, and they'll be spread out over the next 9 weeks. So the first 2 weeks, all on Tuesdays, by the way. First two Tuesdays, we'll have baseball. Then spring break week, I believe, and then we'll come back with our first softball game.
Yeah, we again get started a little bit earlier than what we normally do, but it's a very full run. Both teams, the softball teams and the Wampus Cats here at the baseball field, got their hands full in the 6A Central. Again, 9 teams. I don't know if it's the same on the softball side Or not? Do they have the same teams on softball as they do in baseball? Do you know that?
It can be different.
It can be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really all over the board. But this is a really solid. You got Little Rock Christian, who's going to be very good. We don't play PA in baseball, but we play Little Rock Christian, and we play Jonesboro, but we don't play, a couple others.
So I think people more familiar with the football side of things and how that works. If a team moves up, a team has to go out. But that's the only sport it's like that.
Yeah.
Coach was telling me the other sports, teams come up, you don't have to send another team down. So there's 18 teams now in the 6A.
I really don't understand. All right, we're getting ready to go. We're ready for fun at the old ballpark here.
All right, and I'll turn it over to public address announcer Tim Roach.
That's me. Here we go. All right, we got just making sure. Hey, Sam, you ready? All right, got to do multiple hats here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wampus Cat Field, where this afternoon the Wampus Cats play host to the Bryant Hornets in a 6A Central matchup. Here are the lineups first for the visitors from Bryant. Batting first and playing left field, number 8, Jake Elliott. Batting second and catching, number 14, Hudson Thomason. Batting third and playing second base, number 20, Blake Brower. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 19, Blake Scoggins. Batting fifth and pitching, number 12, Ridge Sutherland. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 2, Colby Duncan. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 7, E.J. Keith. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 5, Jackson Riggs. And playing third base and batting ninth, number 1, Ronrico Simeons. The head coach is Garrett Bach. And now here's the starting lineup for your Conway Wampus Cats. Batting first and playing third base, number 23, Thomas Ford. Batting second and catching, number 18, Sean Cover. Batting third and playing first base, number 2, Willie Voss. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 3, Blake Kortzmeyer. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 6, Jackson Robnett. Batting sixth as the designated hitter, number 9, Carter Crow. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 14, London Stewart. Batting eighth and pitching, number 10, Owen Davenport. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero. And playing second base, number 7, Kian Brown. The head coach is Leighton Harden, assistant coaches Ryan Reed and Mitch Farrell. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask that you please rise as we pay honor to America with the national anthem, a moment of silence, and our Pledge of Allegiance. First up, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, our national anthem. Play ball.
All right. Timmy Roach. He's Tim. I'm Levi. And this is Conway Wampus Cat Baseball live on Conway Corp.
I finally get to project out there. It's a little different for me.
I always forget that.
I'm so soft-spoken.
I always forget that PA voice is obviously different than announcing voice, as it should be.
Well, you got to get it out there. You got to give a little extra to the home team.
Well, and you're getting it out there multiple ways. You know, you're getting it out there to everyone in the stadium.
Yeah.
But you're also getting it out on the airwaves.
I like hearing it bounce back from the. I like the ambient echo from the buildings. Makes me feel.
You
powerful.
like to hear yourself.
Yeah,
I know this.
Well, it's not necessarily a.
This is
untrue.
not news to me.
It's not completely untrue. All right, let me get Owen Davenport up here. Actually, I'm gonna let you see. There you go.
That's me.
That's you. Speaking of you, they have a hype audio that they have put in place.
I get to hear you in a second because there's a little
ooh. Cover. It was a great moment. They beat Bryant. That was against Bryant? No, it was against Catholic. It was against Catholic.
Because you were there.
Yeah, right there. There we go. It was a great moment. You're gonna see some good swings out of this group. They've got some guys. They don't score like a tremendous amount of runs. Conway does not, but they are very timely in their hitting, and they hit a lot of base hits
until today.
Yeah. Well, okay. Speaking into existence, let me get Owen up here. Your Wampus Cat pitcher, number 10, Owen Davenport.
It's good stuff, Tim Roach.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's early in the season.
So early. I mean, March 11th.
We got some changes that people, if you've followed Wampus Cat baseball for the last year or two, Willie Voss playing first base is an interesting mix. And with Cover in the back behind the plate, it's also interesting. Here we go. Let's bring up Jake. Leading off for Bryant, the left fielder, number 8, Jake Elliott.
Could also see Voss play some third maybe at some point.
Yeah, they move. The infield, other than Ford, who will pitch occasionally, he plays third. He's manning third as kind of a pretty solid spot. But first, second, and short, and a little bit of flux. That's a strike. So there, but it's in flux because they're just trying to figure out the motions, and sometimes it's around who's swinging a hot stick as well.
The 1-1 from Davenport. Elliott swings on it, bounces it over to second base. That's not Cover anymore. That's Kean Brown. 4-3 for the putout.
Yeah, nice, good way to start the game for Owen. Easy ground ball to Kean. All right. Now batting the catcher, number 14, Hudson Thomason.
I have to remind myself that Cover is behind the plate. He's not at second.
Well, and Cover is another guy, though, that will play many positions this year, and not just because great pitch on the inside corner, and not just because he has to. It's because he feels a strength at different spots, and he's just, man, what a talent. He's going to be playing at Southern Miss. That's who he's committed to. I know baseball signing. Putting your name on the paper and where you're going, where you intend to go, that's kind of always in flux right now. But right now it looks like Southern Miss getting a great player.
0-2 from Davenport. Swing just got a piece of it to stay alive. That's Thomason.
Yeah, that was great. Now, Owen he's got great command, by the way, a really good fastball. But he is your classic crafty left-hander. He throws a lot of junk, can really move the ball around a lot.
Another 0-2 pitch. That's swung on hard out into left field. Chasing it down, Blake Kordsmeyer.
Can of corn.
Found it, put it out, 2 down.
That's a can of corn. Love those that sound good but don't look as great. Now batting the second baseman, number 20, Blake Brower.
I was waiting to hear how you would say his name.
Blake Brower. That's an alliteration that needs to work better.
First pitch low and away to Brower.
He hasn't thrown a lot of fastballs. I think the last pitch that they hit to left field was a fastball. But he's been throwing quite a few off-speed pitches.
1-0 pitch on the way.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, it
All
came
right.
up out of stance like he was going to call it. Come on.
I was waiting for it. It's 2-0 instead. So no one on, 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-0 pitch, swung on hard to shortstop. Cicero right there, the throw in time. 3 up, 3 down for the Bryant Hornets. Your Conway Wampus Cats coming up next on Conway Corp.
No runs.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
That's the kind of frame you like to see to start off a game.
Yeah, contact from each one. No strikeouts, no Ks, but 2 easy ground balls. Sunday hop on the last one, and then a fly ball that made a little noise off the bat, but was. And this wind, it's going to be interesting because it feels like with the temperature at 80 degrees, it should be coming out of the south, which is blowing. It should be straight in. However, it feels like it's a little bit more westerly, which blows it out to left. So that ball off the bat of who was it? The second batter, Thomason, got out there a little ways. It was never in doubt, but it was. So I think it's carrying out to left. I would suppose that anything hit to right is going to be knocked down.
I trust you implicitly.
Word on the street is that this right-hander Sutherland is their dude. So let me get him in here. Pitching for the Hornets, Ridge Sutherland. What?
Just, not as much enthusiasm.
No, I don't know.
Which is fine.
With Bryant?
Yeah, no.
It could be. It really.
It was almost a whisper. You got softer.
No, I didn't.
When you went PA voice.
Do not accuse me of that.
I'm not accusing. I enjoyed it.
I love baseball.
I do too, man. Hey, this is our first broadcast of the Diamond Sports series and trying to do some different stuff. We've got a camera up top here for the game today, and I think it's going to look like a real baseball broadcast.
Yeah,
Excited about it.
The thing about it is it's figuring out how to follow the ball after it's made contact is kind of the thing with broadcasts. And you've got these programs. The University of Arkansas is a great one that they got 15, 20 cameras, and they can cover every angle. It's just tough. It's just tough to get it. But you guys are doing a fantastic job putting this together. All right, let's get Thomas up here. Leading off for the Wampus Cats, the third baseman, number 23, Thomas Ford.
Ford hitting at 385 on the year. 2 runs batted in for the senior.
He can go. He likes to go opposite field, so he's a threat to put it down the left field line at any given point.
First pitch from Sutherland is away. Ball 1.
Very windy up in the press box. The recently vacated press box.
It's nice.
Yeah, a lot of space in here now.
1-0 pitch comes inside this time. Another ball.
Good eye there. So he took it, moved his eyes from the outside to the inside, but came in a little too tight. Now he's got to set up something across the middle plate.
Hitters count for Ford. He was swinging for it.
Yeah, dropped in, elevated the fastball a little bit, but he did bring the fastball.
Two 2-1 pitch to the lefty. That was low, bounced.
Hit everybody except Ford.
On Thomason.
Hit the catcher, hit Blue, hit the plate. Just not Ford. And that's the one that counted. If it had hit him, we'd be on first base right now. All right, 3-1, big-time hitters count here.
Three-1 to Ford.
Good pitch.
Holds off and draws his 4th walk. Oh,
no,
no,
it was inside.
okay.
It was on the inside corner. It was elevated a little bit. He waited. He's waiting just a second before he gets it.
I'm enthusiastic for these Wampus Cats.
He's going to have to bring that same pitch elevated, I would guess.
Here comes the payoff pitch.
Elevated was right.
In a way. And that's the 4th walk of the year for Thomas Ford.
Yeah, good deal here. They may pinch run for him. It's an interesting – he's not the fleetest of foot.
They usually bring in Whit Williams for Ford.
Let's see who they get. Got to see a number here. And it is Whit. Running at first base, number 22, Whit Williams. And at the plate, the catcher, number 18, Sean Cover.
What do you think Sean Cover's batting?
2006.
What do you think the first number is?
It's gonna be. I'm guessing here. It's 4 games in. It's either a 3 or a 4.
You're way off.
Is it 5 or 6?
Still off.
7?
7. 7-14. Sean Cover 10
Sorry,
for
Sean.
14.
Sorry, Sean. I was trying to build you up a little bit there. This guy is now he takes some hacks early in swings.
First pitch is low.
But when it counts, and this is the deal about Cover, and I hope I don't jinx him here, but if he gets behind in the count, he really does kind of bring it back, dial it in a bit or two just to get the contact. But he hits line drives. This guy does.
1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled it off.
Yeah, that was a good cut. He had a pitch to hit there. It is definitely danger here. Whit Williams got some great speed out there at first base. You'd think for a linebacker who plays baseball. And Whit, this is a great game for him. He loves baseball. I was talking to Jason about it. He loves baseball. He's got some wheels. He can go. And if you're going to slide, you better get out of the way.
Yeah. 1-1 count to Cover. Went off speed and was behind him. Williams hesitated a little bit, but he'll easily take second.
So if there's any kids out there watching and parents that have coached baseball, fantastic move here by Cover. Did not lean back into the pitch, which you don't want to get hit up that high. But did you see what he did with the bat? Dropped it straight down. That was in a perfect position to get a clunker off the bat, get a strike. He dropped his bat and never moved. Great move by Cover.
So a runner in scoring position for your Wampus Cats, no outs. That one's up in the zone. It's 3-1 now to Cover.
Yeah, second batter in a row now to start the game at 3-1. Control's not quite there yet, not dialed in. Boy, this is one of those, this is a danger pitch here. You don't want to put Cover on, but you also don't want to just put it right down and serve it up in the middle.
Pitch to Cover, fouled back into the net.
He got away with one there. That is, wow. All right. Now you got to go to work. Great swing. Right underneath it. When they foul them back straight back into the net, they are sitting on it just a little underneath, but timing was right.
Williams at second, Cover at the plate. It's a full count. Pitch to Cover's low, and 2 straight walks to start the inning for Sutherland.
Did not want to give in there and give him anything that he could really juice. Catcher's going to go to the mound, kind of settle his guy down. 2 walks to start the game. We'll wait for a second to get Willie up, but I'll get Malik over. Courtesy runner at first base for Sean Cover is number 1, Malik Simpson. And at the plate, the first baseman, number 2, Willie Voss.
So Whit Williams at second, Malik Simpson at first. Simpson scored 5 runs on the year. I like the speed on the base pass right now.
You bet. Don't make a mistake here.
First pitch to Voss.
Went up.
Swings through it.
Yeah, he elevated there. That's the pitch that the Wampus Cats have struggled with just a bit, just making kind of token contact when they have, but they've swung underneath that high fastball. Breaking ball is just struggling placing it.
So no outs, runners on first and second. 0-1 pitch here to Voss, shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1.
Willie Voss is a fantastic athlete. Now, he's had some injury problems in the past, and he's made it through all of that. But it comes from a very athletic family. But I mean, he's just really, really good athlete. He's got a younger brother who's also a very good athlete, working his way through the junior high system. Quarterback for the lower level Cats.
Okay. Shows bunt again, pulls back, ball 2. I smell cheeseburgers.
Well, fun at the old ballpark. That's going to sell a few. That wind is howling from the grill into the field play.
Swirling in.
Yeah, that's gonna cause the sales to go up. All right, Willie, you're going to see a good pitcher probably.
2-1 on the way.
Or you can see one that hit him.
It did hit him.
Caught him on the backside.
Bases now loaded and no outs.
Here comes the coach's visit. Kind of expected that one to show.
That is the 5th hit by pitch for Willie Voss.
He's a magnet. He is a magnet. But good news is it hit him where it didn't really matter. I think on his backside. So, and it does matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it's not as problematic.
Well, what is problematic though if you're Bryant? Bases loaded, no outs.
I think I'm not gonna say it's him, but it looks like and Bologna played Conway here last night in their 9th grade team, and Colson Ashcraft. I think that's Clint Ashcraft making a visit to the field. Still has the Conway roots.
We still love it.
He's doing great at Bologna. That's great. All right, let's get Blake up here. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the left fielder number 3, Blake Kordsmeyer.
Blake hitting .533 on the year, 5 runs batted in, chance to add to that total right here. First pitch to Kordsmeyer, down and away for ball 1.
Don't want to necessarily talk about football for him, but boy, did he have a great year or what last year. Man, really came on strong, had so many clutch catches. For baseball, he does the same thing. He is a vacuum out there in left field. A lot of range.
And he's worked the count 2-0.
No place to put him. He's going to see a couple of good pitches here. If he can get it across. That's the only question. He may be watching for one.
Blake has hit 8 singles on the season.
Oh,
wow.
No.
I thought he wisely stayed away from that one, but
that
it's
was
a
up.
called strike.
That was up. Whew. The catcher didn't even frame it. It was so far up. All right, free swinger here.
2-1 from Sutherland inside, ball 3. That almost nicked him.
Yeah, now this one's going to be – this one has to be over. Again, pressure. That's the other part of this. You got to get it over, and that makes you squeeze the ball just a little bit more, makes it a little tougher. Blake does not have to swing here.
Lays off. Another walk here in the inning, and that brings across the first run for your Wampus Cats as Whit Williams scores.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the right fielder, number 6, Jackson Robnett.
So 4 batters face for Sutherland, 3 walks and 1 hit batter.
Not a great start. Trying to find it. It's tough when you just the release point's different. You can't seem to find it. Man, now the base is juiced. Got one in already.
First pitch to Jackson is low. And by low, I mean it bounced in there.
It's hit. There's been several that have hit the plate, even bounced before the plate. Jackson can kind of try to be selective here. You don't have to jump on the first one you see. Just make him throw some strikes.
Jackson swinging, fouls it off to the left side.
Good pitch, and that's a good swing right there. Thing about Jackson, when you see him when he gets on the base path, whether it's now or a little bit later, you talk about speed on the base path. He's a guy that's got it real fast.
Bases loaded, no outs. A 1-1 count here to Robnett. He laid off. It's a called strike on the outside.
Gave him the outside edge. big gap right now in between right and center. Right center field is there is nobody home.
1-2 comes in. Jackson rolls it over to first base. The first baseman had trouble handling it. And another runner will score as Simpson comes in.
That's the speed of Rob Neck getting in trouble there. Cats have done all this without a hit yet. Next up for your Wampus Cats, the designated hitter, number 9, Carter Crow.
So it's an E1. Still no outs. And 2 runs have come across already for your Wampus Cats.
So 3 walks, a hit batsman, and an error, right?
Yep, that's right.
Filling up your book over there.
I like it. Comes inside on Crow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called a strike.
Yeah, it is. It looked like a little chalky to me, but he called it.
I keep looking away too quickly.
He's been consistent on that corner, though. I'll give him credit. Didn't have to worry about that one.
No doubt there. It's 1-1.
Carter Crow, another guy that had a really great year on the football field. Made some great catches. Also made some great super plays, and he's tackling everything on special teams.
I was updating my board, and across the board, all of these players that returned this year, they gained some weight across the board.
They look a little bit more football-y on the baseball diamond. I'm guessing that Layton's okay with that. They have the same, and it's Coach Jordan, Chris Jordan, came in as our strength and conditioning coach, and he's touched a lot of the programs for the Wampus Cats, and man, has he made a difference. I talked to him the other day, saw him in the grocery store. He's an absolute dude. That's a good swing.
Swings through on that one. First out here for the Hornets.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the center fielder, number 14, London Stewart.
London hitting .400 on the year.
He's a guy that can really get out there. Boy, he hits a lot of line drives. He'll take some chances with some big cuts.
Voss at third, Kordsmeyer at second, and Jackson at first.
Wampus Cats haven't had much to hit. Most everything that they've tried to swing at has been elevated, mostly fastballs.
Sutherland away again, 2-0.
And so here's the danger for Sutherland. If what you're getting across is that fastball, they're going to go up there looking for that. They're not going to worry about the breaking ball. Just trying to hunt fastball at this point.
2-0 pitch on the way. It's away again.
I had to feel good about getting a strikeout, but danger here. Get one. He'll take a look at one here.
.30 pitch up in the zone, but it's a called strike.
Yeah, he's calling the high strike. The other night against Russellville, the Russellville player had a 3-0 count, and he swung on the next pitch, and their coach came unglued. Don't see it much here in this level.
3-1 lays off, 4th walk of the inning for Sutherland.
Got to make him throw strikes. A lot of pitches. All right, this is going to be the end for Sutherland. It'll be his second move to the mound.
Voss comes across to score. 3 runs have come in here for the Wampus Cats, and
no hits.
No hits. And that's going to do it for Sutherland.
Bringing in a new pitcher, and I can't catch his number yet. Looks like 13. It is. Jackson Trusty, I believe. You want to go to break, or are you going to go?
No, we'll keep it here.
Keep it here? All right, so it's Jackson Trusty, it looks like. Is that 13? The numbers, they wear the small numbers on the front side. Yeah, Trusty. Your attention, please. New pitcher for the Hornets. The new pitcher is Jackson Trusty.
The final line for Sutherland. third of an inning pitched. Didn't give up a hit,
No,
but
no.
gave up 3 runs on 4 walks and 1 hit batter. He did get 1 strikeout.
So he now moves into Trusty, I'm guessing, will move into a pitcher-only position, and Sutherland will move from pitcher to his designated hitter spot in the lineup.
Yeah, I think that's right. They marked him as 1/DH on the lineup, which is super helpful. I appreciate that. This is Wampus Cat Baseball live today here on Conway Corp. The first of 6 Diamond Sports broadcasts we'll be doing this season over the next 9 weeks.
Going to be fun at the old ballpark. All right, here comes our pitcher. Pitcher facing the new pitcher. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the pitcher, number 10, Owen Davenport.
Owen hasn't had a ton of plate appearances, but he's made the most of it. 1 for 2. He's got a single and a walk.
Batting .500.
Lays off the first pitch. That's a pitcher at bat right there because he knows. You're coming in a tense situation, I'll take this first pitch.
This Trusty is a sophomore. Velo is not quite the same as Sutherland at all with the fastball. I think he's tried 2 fastballs already and not quite the same velocity coming in.
1 out, bases loaded. 2-0 pitch to Davenport. Make it 3-0.
They've all 3 been in the same spot. Owen will be taking a look here. See if he can pull it back. Just a good chance to get some timing on him.
Okay.
Okay, I wanted to make sure he's
Yeah.
Blue is he likes a little bit of the delay on his strike calls. We're going to get a courtesy runner. And it's going to be Max Owen. Courtesy runner at first base is Max Owen. And at the plate, the shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero. Really good defensive shortstop here. Very good stick. What's his batting average?
Cicero. It's a little lower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hadn't had many plate appearances yet.
I cannot stop smelling these cheeseburgers. Oh my gosh. It's making me so hungry.
David Thompson's going to have to go get you one here in a little bit.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Our Blues telling the student section to kind of simmer a little bit.
No. No, thank you. What's he pointing at now?
I think it was what it is. I thought he was pointing at the student section. He's a good dude.
Little bat weight over there.
He does basketball. I don't know if he does football, but he does volleyball as well. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this guy before.
Yeah.
For baseball.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Good baseball umpire. I think he was getting the batting weight off of the fence.
Called strike. It's 2-1 now. Base is still loaded for your Wampus Cats. Cicero lays off there. It's 3-1.
Wow.
So a 4-pitch walk to start here for Trusty, and he's 3-1 now on Cicero. Cicero swinging there. High pop-up. Shortstop Riggs chases it down, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, I kind of actually misjudged that. Had a lot of spin on it, I guess, because he was under it, and then he wasn't, and then he was. All right, we batted around, but not through hits. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the third baseman, number 23, Thomas Ford.
Ford worked a full count earlier in the inning Had the leadoff walk for your Wampus Cats.
Got to lay back just a bit. Wait it out. Low. Speed is not quite what he saw the first time around with Sutherland, so you got to kind of stay on your back foot just a little bit. Stay in the zone.
Robbing it at third.
He gets this into right center. It's going to go for a while.
Ball 2.
Got to get a chance to swing at it, though. Sutherland was pretty good at the high elevated fastball. He was getting it by us. So, but this guy doesn't have that same stuff.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-0 pitch.
Inside.
Comes inside, and that's ball 3. Bryant fans not enjoying that.
They haven't enjoyed anything in the first inning. Hate that for them.
Do you?
No. I do not. No swing here. Just kind of let it go.
Up and away. Another walk for Trusty. 2 walks in the inning for Thomas Ford.
That scores Jackson Robinette. Catcher's pitcher visit while we wait for the walk-up music of one Sean Cover. All right, here he is. Now batting for your Wampus Cats, the catcher, number 18, Sean Cover.
Not exactly who you want to see with the bases loaded. And
Nah.
It's 5-0 in the first inning.
Nah, the only plus sign for Bryant right here is it's righty-righty, and the speed of the ball is different, make it harder to get out. That's the definition of staying away.
So Stewart at third, Owen at second, and Ford at first.
If he gets him, he's going to be scared the entire time he's doing it. This is not a guy you want to face with no place to put him.
Cover's hit 4 doubles, 1 triple, and a home run on the year. That's going to fall. 1 run will score. 2 will score. A 2 RBI single for Sean Cover.
Knocked it right down the middle, man. That's the way you do that. Got a mound visit coming.
So Stewart scored from third, Owen from second, and Ford stayed at second. So 2 on, 2 outs, and going to have another pitching change here?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
we are. I will say this, too. Bryant's struggling right now, and that's obviously I don't want to pile on. If you can believe that, I won't do that. It's baseball. It's what happens sometimes. But I don't know that I've ever seen an inning where you score 7, and at the high school level, you see it at some other levels. You score 7 with 1 hit.
Well, and I said earlier that Sutherland gave up 3 runs. That's not true because he still had runners on the hook when he came out. I'll have to figure that out.
All right, this is Aiden Stout, I believe. Your attention, please. New Bryant Hornet pitcher. Let him get the pitch across, and then I'll get him in here. The new pitcher is number 27, Aiden Stout. 3rd pitcher in the first inning for the Bryant Hornets.
Well, there's been 7 walks here in the first inning.
I'm not telling you to justify it for me. I'm just saying the mere fact. But you can keep talking about that if you want to. Yes.
Well, it's funny because I got the chance to talk with Coach Harden earlier this morning in his 15th season overall, his 5th season here at Conway. That's hard to believe.
Already 5?
Already season number 5.
Wow.
And he told me, he's like, Bryant's young, but they've got 2 really good arms. He said, I think runs are going to be hard to come by tonight.
Well, he wouldn't. So fair enough. And Southern is, I think, their number 1 guy. But like baseball goes, I've seen some of the best pitchers out there get either just knocked around silly or just can't find the zone, and that was the case for both pitchers that were before him. But
Sutherland and Trusty.
Yeah.
You said this is Aiden Stout?
Yeah, Aiden Stout's who I got. All right, let's get to Willie up here. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the first baseman, number 2, Willie Voss.
Voss was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. He came all the way around to score.
Nothing like walking into a first inning bases loaded situation. Got a bit of a situation here.
With runners on first and second. 2 outs here for Stout. First pitch swinging. Voss. Stout got him a little
Crossed.
crossed up with the off-speed pitch.
Well, he crossed up his catcher as well. That's not what he called.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay, let's get this straight. That's not what I said. The breaking ball, though, yeah, Willie was way out in front. Figured he was going to come in with a fastball. I don't blame him. That's what I would have thought.
Simpson in again at first, courtesy running for Cover.
Good cut.
He held back a little longer that time.
First 2 pitches were finding the zone. That's a little bit foreign so far for the first inning for the Hornets. So it's a good sign, though. It is a good sign now.
Good sign for them.
Yeah, now you got 0-2. You got to protect here a little bit.
2 on its way to Voss. Rolled over
That's
it there.
trouble.
Stout got it. Throw. In time. Wow.
Yeah.
1-3 to finally end the damage here. 7 runs in the first inning for your Wampus Cats. Second inning coming up next here on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
So 7 runs scored off of just 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base for your Wampus Cats, but it was all coming off of the 7 walks and 1 hit batter in the first inning.
Yeah, the only hit we got was from the guy you would expect to do it, who just increased his batting average, with Sean Cover. What you want to do now, though, if you're Owen Davenport, man, you just want to fill up the zone, let him make some contact, and that's what he did the first inning. He had no strikeouts in the first inning, but there were a couple of pretty easy handled ground balls and a fly ball to left field, and so just keep doing that.
If my count is right, it was just a 9-pitch inning for Owen in the top of the first.
Sounds about right. It was a quick 1, 2, 3. Now Owen is a guy that can really fill it up. I mean, he's one of the aces and he's one of many arms that the Wampus Cats have. There are a lot of guys. You talked about the fact that they were 4-0 and a really good ERA, but it's been out of like 12 different players. It's just amazing. All right, let's get we've got a little change from our catcher getting gear right. So leading off for the Hornets, the right fielder, number 19, Blake Scoggins. 4-hole hitter.
It's been a while since the Hornets have been up to bat.
Yeah, it's been a while since Owen has thrown a pitch.
First pitch up and away from Davenport.
Sailed it.
That's the one downside, I guess. You get 7 runs,
Yeah,
but
you got to wake back up.
it's been a minute.
There you go.
Got him swinging, fouled one off there. It's 1-1. I mean, realistically, we're talking about almost at least 30 minutes.
It was a long first
Yeah.
inning, yeah.
At least 30 minutes between pitches for Owen.
Yep.
1-1 on the way.
Good pitch.
Comes inside
Wow.
and catches it.
Buckled the knees of Scoggins there. Got back ahead. So he busted him inside. See if he comes back in there.
1-2 pitch swung on, fouled away.
He did.
Scoggins stays alive.
My man's got to have some baseballs. You cannot play baseball without that.
It is a thing.
Critical function. Wampus Cat's playing pretty much in the standard positions. That's great.
Rolls over there.
Foul ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was foul ball. Foul ball. He called foul ball right out of the gate, and it was.
Lucky break for your Wampus Cats because
He got down the line. He still has no clue that it was a foul. He's unbuckling all the gear. You get that together again. It was a good call, and I'm not saying that just because even the next batter thinks he's up.
well, it's hopeful thinking.
Yeah. Still a 1-2 count instead. He turned on it. He's pulled a couple of balls here. But Thomas Ford did cross in front of the third base bag and caught it while it was off the chalk. There you
1-2
go.
again. Gets him swinging. Strikeout number 1 on the night for Davenport.
That's the way you do that. Now batting, the designated hitter number 12, Ridge Sutherland.
It's the 14th K on the year for Owen.
Well, that's demoralizing. Think you're on, turn around, you got to bat again, and then you strike out.
Was a long walk back to the plate and a long walk back to the dugout.
He started both batters off with a high and outside fastball and then worked his way back into the zone. I'm not sure if he's just trying to set the eyes out there and then working back.
So 1 out, no one on, 1-1 pitch. Got him swinging through that one as well.
Oops.
It's 1-2 now.
Got behind on the first pitch on both batters and worked his way back into a lead position.
1-2 to the DH. Low and away for ball 2. Two count.
Ooh.
Almost got him swinging there. They'll check it down.
He did not.
He did not break.
Did not go. Now you got to think about throwing it right in that same spot again.
Full count pitch.
There it
Got
is.
him swinging there. 2 Ks to start the second inning for Owen Davenport.
I would have struck out as well because he threw the breaking ball, not the high fastball. Nice. Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Colby Duncan. Pitch.
Davenport comes inside, gets the black.
He's been very consistent right there. Outside now.
Bounced it in, evens the count at 1-1.
I like how he's moving the ball around, though, and that's the thing that Owen is known for, is being able to move the ball up and down, side to side. Gets you guessing.
1-1 to Duncan, foul back. He's got 2 strikes in the count now.
Last at bat was the breaking ball to get the strike 3.
Gets him swinging there to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Owen Davenport. Wampus Cats coming up in the bottom half of the inning next here on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp. always on.
Man, oh man, no runs, no hits. Still giving up for Owen Davenport. 2 very clean innings for him, and he had no strikeouts in the first inning, struck them all out in the second.
One way or another. One way or another. So, yeah, two easy ground balls and a easy, lazy fly ball in the first inning, 3 Ks. None of them, and by the way, none of them looking, all swinging, correct? I believe that's right.
Yeah, all swinging.
Yeah. Got him thinking about it. Got him fishing out there for it. Moving the ball around. Now we're looking for Wampus Cat batter.
Should be Kordsmeyer, Robnett, and Crow.
Yeah, I believe it is. Leading off for the Wampus Cats, the left fielder, number 3, Blake Kordsmeyer.
Blake walked on 5 pitches. Back in the first. First pitch swing in there.
Good
Fouled
cut.
it back.
Well, this guy's filling it up. He's putting it down. He's putting it in the plate. And it's not coming across extra crisp, so you do kind of need to lay back just a bit, but you can get some contact. Yeah.
Kept the hands back a little longer there, but fouled off another one. It's 0-2. The picture I taped to the wall of you for my last baseball game last year against Bryant, still here.
Still.
So I see you everywhere.
You, it's managed to survive a little while, but every time I come in here to do PA, I get this from somebody different. They go, "Hey,
what's that about?"
And they think it's about me. They're like, "You got to have a picture of yourself."
You like to hear yourself, and you like to see yourself.
Like I'm Bob Uecker or something. Just a bit outside and tried to paint the corner mist. 0-2. Hit him.
And a hit by pitch for Blake Kordsmeyer on an 0-2 count.
He had worse against Little Rock Southwest. That one was okay. It came in pretty light. Next up for your Wampus Cats, the right fielder, number 6, Jackson Robnett.
Robnett reached on an error back in the first. He came around and scored.
He actually put one in play, yeah. One of very few that did.
Hit it hard, too.
Yeah.
Held off for ball 1.
Good eye there. Left the high one alone. Thought about it. Yep. You're going to have to get it.
Outside pitch is called a strike.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it from here. Maybe it is, but he's been very consistent, so you got to go out there and get that one. That's okay. You can shoot it right down the third base line.
Pick-off attempt. And they got
No.
Kordsmeyer.
No.
That was the call.
He's not leaving first base. Yeah, no, he was safe. He got his hand in, but
Picked
Wow.
off for out number 1.
Whoa.
Bases empty.
wow.
Now for Robnett. 1-1 pitch to Jackson. Outside for ball 2.
See if that'll kind of fire up the bats a little bit. Yeah, nobody was on the Wampus Cat side happy about that one.
Another ball outside. It's a 3-1 count.
He's not wasting any time either. He's just getting it and going.
Swung on it there. But fouled off home plate. And Robnett will jog back.
Check swing, foul ball. I'll tell you this too, the little high bouncer right there, anything short in the grass here, Robnett could beat out. He created the problem in the first inning when it was basically that kind of play.
Full count. Stays alive. Fouled another one back.
He hit a sharp ball to first base, who kicked it, but was in decent range to make the play still himself, but Robnett just beat him to the bag.
Another payoff pitch, low in the dirt. And Robnett draws a walk.
Should be first and second, but okay, I digress. bring up Carter Crow. Next up for your Wampus Cats, the designated hitter, number 9, Carter Crow.
Carter, a junior, struck out in the first.
It will also be good to have him back playing football again next year. Crow family, great family. Colby, his dad, does a lot in the baseball program as well, but very supportive of all the athletic stuff that goes on here.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he does.
Looked good for a second, but was never close at the plate.
I say tough. I would have chased it.
Well,
but Carter, much better baseball player than me.
So here's the thing. We haven't really talked about it yet. There's a strike. Is that it's the pitcher's in the sunlight, and from there and to the plate, all the way through the plate, is in the shades, the shady area. So it's tough to pick it up after it comes to that shade.
Runner on first, 1 out, 2-1 pitch. That swung on.
Popped him up.
High up into center field. And Duncan chases it down for out number 2.
Yeah, the only guy to really hit the ball hard so far for the Wampus Cats has been Sean Cover. Just they're having trouble getting a lot of meat on it. Next up for the Wampus Cats is center fielder number 14, London Stewart.
2 away. And a runner on first here for Stewart.
Just keep your hands in the zone and you can drive this.
Stewart walked in the first.
And will not get him.
Oh, pitch bounced in the dirt, and Robnett takes second.
He was on second before the catcher got to the ball. And it wasn't that far away from him.
One 1-0 pitch is up in the zone for ball 2.
Beautiful day at the ballpark.
It's pleasant.
Man, everybody's enjoying the summer-like weather. 81 degrees. Man, it's tough. It's tough. It'll be bad later this week, but right now it's nice.
Runner at second. 2-0 pitch. Just gets enough for strike 1.
So it's going to be if it gets around the zone, it's going to get called a strike. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Can move the game along a little bit here.
That's outside. Stewart works at 3-1. (7-0). Runner in scoring position for Conway. Up in the zone, and it's another walk. For Stewart, he's got 2 on the day.
They want to swing, but they just, they're being patient. That's great. So this is Bo Billick here coming up, I believe. Yeah.
It is indeed.
I'll let the change get in before I can announce so we can talk just a little bit while.
Well, that means end of the day for Owen Davenport.
Yeah.
So 2 innings pitched for Owen. No hits, no runs. And 3 strikeouts.
Let the catcher get his, is it in here? We have recorded the change in the book. Next up for the Wampus Cats, number 30, Bo Billick.
Bo's had 2 plate appearances on the year. He's got a walk, but still looking for that first hit.
Last year, I think it was last year, he started off the season really as a pitcher only. They call them POs now. He was pitcher only for a long time, and then he got a chance to bat just because of all the kind of gyrations that you have to do with substitutions. Man, he started lighting the ball up. So he's found his way to working on the plate. There you go.
Swinging there, hard ground ball over to second, not fielded cleanly, but he does recover and get out number 3. 4-3 will end the inning. No runs come across for your Wampus Cats, but still up 7-0. Top of the third coming up next on Conway Corp.
After.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Well, it was 2 innings pitched for Owen Davenport. No runs, no hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Man, that's a terrible outing for Owen Davenport. 6 up, 6 down. Well, he needs to do his job, and now we got a new pitcher, and it's Bo Billick. And, you know, you think, okay, well, at least we got Owen Davenport out there. Now you got to face Bo Billick, and who absolutely – Billick has been a ace on our staff for at least 2 years, maybe go back further than that. This guy works hard. Let's get him up here. Your attention, please, new Wampus Cat pitcher, number 30, Bo Billick. He's got some very good stuff. Good high-end fastball, has a breaking ball that dances quite a bit. Bryant goes from facing a lefty to facing a righty, so you're crafty into some pretty good velo from Bo Billick. Good command. His ERA has got to be minuscule since the Wampus Cats have really only given up.
He's only given up 1 earned run on the year, so he's 1.40 ERA on the year. Davenport, he's up to 7.1, 7 1/3 innings pitched now. No earned runs on the year.
ERA.
And he's got 16 Ks.
Well, and Bo Billick, the only run he's given up was the first inning against Joe T. Robinson. He gave up 1 run. They kind of manufactured it. And that's it for him. Since then, it's been zeros.
Billick, a senior. He was, he and Davenport both were kind of co-studs last year on the mound for your Wampus Cats. Still doing it here.
It is this Wampus Cats, so there are programs within the state you just got to look in year out, man. And Conway is one of them at the highest level. They've just been very, very, very good. All right, let's get Mr. Keith up here. Leading off for the Hornets, the first baseman, number 7, E.J. Keith. First time to see all these batters because we're in the third and they have not reached base yet.
First pitch from Billick, swung on, maybe he got a piece of it. Seemed like he did, maybe. In any case, strike 1.
Yeah, you need all the laces tied. That's a Roach family tradition. I tied all the shoes on game day. I had a thing about it. It's a little obsession I had. So they have a system now where they put the play in from the coach, and both catcher and pitcher get the play called.
Second pitch from Billick. That one's fouled off.
So that everybody's on the same page. So high school balls they've moved into the electronic world. Now, not everybody has that in their hats yet. It's I was talking to Trevor today. It cost quite a bit to get everybody outfitted.
Billick went up and away, and Keith held off. It's a 1-2 count.
It's a good waist pitch. Raise the eyes. Now you go down low. Good breaking ball. Pass ball.
Came inside and
what?
Didn't quite get it, I guess. It's 2-2.
Holy cow.
Top of the third here on Conway Corp. Your Wampus Cats up 7-0 on 6A Central rival Bryant. 2-2 pitch incoming. Got him swinging there. And E.J. Keith goes down on strikes.
Fourth batter in a row down on strikes for the Hornets. Always good. All right. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Jackson Riggs. Yeah, I think he was talking about, I think Blue was talking to Cover about the fact that he was too abrupt on his glove action. He was trying to take it from the low side of the zone up into the middle part of the zone, and he made the motion like, you raised it up into the zone, which I think it was a strike anyway. Cover, I talked to him after the Joe T game, and he would like to catch at the next level. Not sure that's where I think that's where they're kind of wanting to put him. That's a good pitch.
It's crazy. You got the 2 best catchers in the state, so it's hard for, him to catch a whole lot.
And both of them can play all the positions. I mean, they're at this level, you can do that.
There we go.
If the really good players can play it. So both Max and Cover pitch. They both can catch. They both can play out in the field. Great sticks. So just really talented.
Billick.
That's
rolled him over. They called it foul.
And it said hit him in the box. I didn't know. Not too sure, but okay.
It'll stay 2-2.
Yeah.
Coach Harden wanting an explanation.
Yeah, I didn't know that it hit him. To me, it looked like it hit the dirt in front. It's kind of spun there, but.
We'll do it again. 1 out, no one on for the Hornets. Got him swinging there, Cover. Throw over to first to complete the out. 2 Ks after 2 batters for Billick.
Yeah, so he was telling that. Let me get this runner and I'll explain what he's talking about. Now batting the third baseman, number 1, Ronrico Simeons. What he was telling Cover was, he said, you throw the ball, you're going to throw it. The runner was inside the base path, baseline, the chunk line on the infield side. And when David Tooley has it, when we get the first base line, when we get a runner down there, they have a lane to run in that's outside the chalk. And so he was running the entire way. He ran inside the main foul line.
Okay.
And so had he was going to be out, he said, I was going to call him out. Anyway,
even if it didn't
even if he didn't get it there, because
Gotcha.
he had to try to avoid. He was in the wrong there. So good umpiring and good coaching from the Blue there.
1-1 pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 2. One of my favorite types of reels lately has been umpires wearing cameras. And you get to hear the call and the chit chat with the batter and with the catcher, and
Great
what a beautiful pitch there.
Yeah, it's a great pitch. Yeah, and in the preseason games, they're trying out that new zone, electronic zone, and you get players. That's a strike 3. We'll talk about it later.
Got him looking. 3 up, 3 down, and 3 strikeouts for Bo Billick. Bottom half of the third coming up next on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Back live here at Wampus Cat Field. The Hornets still haven't gotten on the board, and it's been 9 up, 9 down now for the Bryant Hornets.
Aiden Stout starting his second full inning here. He is a senior. The Hornet before him, which was Jackson Trusty, was a sophomore. So you go from sophomore to senior.
Well, he came in after just what was a brutal inning for the Hornets, but he hasn't given up anything.
Well, and I was just going to say, I mean, we've made some contact against him a little bit, but it's all been fairly weak. We have the only ball we've really struck well was Cover's. Here we go. Leading off for the Wampus Cats, the shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero.
Cicero popped out to the shortstop back in the first.
Up a little bit there. Yeah, we've not made great contact, to be honest. It's just it hasn't been that kind of game.
That one's low for ball 2.
Blue flinched on that one. That was going to come right up in the grill there.
I'm trying to see, coming into the game, your Wampus Cats had drawn 30 walks just in 4 games.
They're very patient. And they play some pretty good squads. And so it's not necessarily, I mean, this has not been a good outing for Bryant, but in terms of pitching. But they're very patient. And the thing about it is that what they do want to be aggressive, but it's aggressive with a patience of getting strikes and then jumping on it. But Coach has said for the time we've known him, all he needs is a few runs. He feels like, and he's gonna be able to beat you mostly. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the third baseman, number 23, Thomas Ford.
So 30 walks in the first 4 games. They've got 9 now today.
Wow. Holy cow. That's a significant increase to your total, but not a lot of hits.
And
That's
Ford has got 2 of the 9. Pickoff attempt.
Pretty good move.
Cicero, he got allegedly picked off Jackson
called,
Robnett.
They called the pick.
Or excuse me, Blake Kordsmeyer.
Kordsmeyer, yeah. Called it, but not sure about it.
We'll go back over again.
The Conway High School student section is in rare form in baseball. I like the commentary.
First pitch to Ford. Gets over for a strike.
Again, he's been calling it, so okay. Seemed like that was it looked like it was coming back to the plate, but I just don't know what got there.
It's a 1 on, no outs. It's 0-1 to Ford. Swing in there, hit it right in the hole between first and second. It's a single. A little bit of an errant throw, but recovered by the third baseman. Just a second hit for your Wampus Cats.
Nice. Next up for your Wampus Cats, the catcher, number 18, Sean Cover.
Cover 1 for 1 on the day. 2 RBI single and a walk, both in the first inning.
Yeah, right up the chute there. Need to be a little bit patient. He's got a very quick bat. Boy, the gap in right center is just amazing.
Swung on hard out to left field. It's back. It's gone. Sean Cover. 3-run home run. I didn't give him enough credit.
Run for Sean Cover.
I tried to short him. I'm sorry,
what are you doing?
Cover.
What are you doing? Oh, what? Got it up into the breeze, and it just carried and carried and carried. The left fielder was looking and not really heading back with much authority. And he waited on it. Man, did he punch it.
It's the second home run on the year for Cover. He's got 5 RBI here in the game. And now 13 total on the year.
We're going to have a new pitcher for Bryant. And I believe it's number 10. It is so hard. Baseball numbers are so hard. Is it 10?
It is 10, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. It's going to be this guy right here. That's going to be Colt Martin. He's a junior, Levi. Number 10, Colt Martin. Your attention, please. New pitcher for the Hornets. The new pitcher is number 10, Colt Martin.
We'll go ahead and pause here as Colt warms up, and we'll be back with the rest of the third inning here on Conway Corp.
Here we go. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the first baseman, number 2, Willie Voss.
Voss 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out and was hit by a pitch, both in the first. First pitch swinging here over to the second baseman. It's a 4-3 put out for the Hornets. Out number 1 for your Wampus Cats.
Good sharp hit there, but nicely played by the second baseman. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the left fielder, number 3, Blake Kordsmeyer.
2 plate appearances today for Kordsmeyer. He walked in the first and was hit by a pitch in the second.
They're starting to the bats are starting to wake up now. Just 2 hits, right? Both by Cover.
Yeah. And he's got 5 runs
over.
batted in.
Good day. Good day, and we're in the third. Base paths. The pads are clean. Nobody
And it's
out there.
10-0.
That's a magical number. Good eye. Wreck ball on the outside.
It was my fault because I said it was a 2-run home run, but it was really a
Really
3-run. I shorted it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's crazy.
Swung over the top of that one. Ooh. The throw brought the first baseman into the base path and a collision. Kordsmeyer still on the ground. Coach Harden over there. Harden understandably upset, but checking on Kordsmeyer.
Happened to run into the biggest player on the field.
E.J. Keith, the first baseman. Kordsmeyer's back on his feet now.
They're going to call him out.
Wow. Right call, Tim Roach?
You know, if it was after the bag, I got to agree with it. But if it was right at the bag, if he didn't have a fair chance to get to the bag, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's seemed all
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the right fielder, number 6, Jackson Robnett. I feel your pain on that.
I guess it might have been there just before, but it was so close.
Yeah. Kind of put a damper on the inning there. Hopefully Blake's okay.
Well, he got up, so
Yeah, we had a trainer out there. Oh, was that Jacob out there?
I think so. Well, Jackson Robnett quickly is up 3-0. That gets across for strike one.
All right, now you can dial it in. There you go.
Swung on. Hit out to center field. Misjudged by Duncan.
That'll be 3 bags.
Robnett safe at third.
And because the ball went out of play, it'll come home.
4th run to come across for your Wampus Cats here in the 3rd.
That's how you handle coming back from picking up your player. That's nice. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the designated hitter, number 9, Carter Crow.
2 errors on that play. Error out in center field and then on the throw.
They doubled up.
Crow 0 for 2. He's ready to get in on the on-base game.
From our view here, straight away looking at it had a little tail on it, a little. That's almost hit him. It had a little bit of that from the left-handed side of Robnett. It had a little tail back into the center fielder, and he overran it basically. That's a good strike.
1-2 on Crow.
But well hit. That was he really cut into that one.
Hey, that missed.
All right.
Evens the count at 2-2.
He doesn't like the outside corner as much on the righties as much as he likes that inside corner. That's strike.
Pitch from Martin, got him looking. And that will end the inning, but it was a 3-run home run for Sean Cover. And 4 runs came across here in the 3rd, 11-0. Conway on top of Bryant. 4th inning coming up next on Conway Corp. Top of the 4th coming up next here on Conway Corp. Bo Billick back on the mound. Another long half inning for your Wampus Cats.
We are back to the top of the order for Bryant. Leading off for the Hornets, the left fielder, number 8, Jake Elliott.
Elliott 0 for 1, grounded out to second to lead off the game for Bryant. First pitch from Billick got him swinging.
The old sword. The student section saying to shake it off. That's a strike.
Comes right back in there for strike 2.
Shake it off.
Well, the
Oh,
Conway
man.
players in their warm-ups had some Stay Salty shirts on.
Yes. Well, I can tell you where that came from here in a second.
I would love to know.
Yeah. And it starts off with a very sad story. So over the summer, Malik Simpson lost his dad tragically in a car accident. But at the funeral, where all the guys went to it, obviously for Malik, coach was there. The pastor talked about salt of the earth, and his dad was. He was a fantastic guy and worked hard here as well for the kids. Coached travel ball for years. Just heavily engaged with kids. I mean, it was just a tragic deal for sure. But he talked about him being the salt of the earth, and so it was. You need to, as young men growing up and as going through, you stay salty. Just be that guy, and so that's where the shirts come from.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I think the Conway fans are being a different kind of salty.
They are. That's totally different than what the T-shirt says. I mean, it is being what the T-shirt says.
But that's what
meaning.
the student section should be.
Well,
and the players should be the kind of salt they're being.
As long as you're keeping it clean, that's part of baseball to me. Is everybody's an official, everybody has a voice, and there's so much space in the game of baseball where there's not a lot of action in between pitches, and so if you want to talk about it, you can really get it done there. Man, it's a great game.
Elliott has stayed alive, grounds it over to second, diving play, attempted by Brown, just couldn't quite get the glove on it.
First base runner, first hit for Bryant. Now batting the catcher, number 14, Hudson Thomason.
Thomason 0 for 1. Flew out to left field back in the first.
Good try that time by Kean. Diving attempt. It hit the crown. Looked like it hit the crown of the outfield about the same time as he got there. And a little bit of disruption there.
No outs. Runner at first. First pitch from Billick. Low and away. Great stop by Cover.
Cover needing to be active now for the first time, really. Blocking everything. They've bounced quite a few balls out there.
One-0 pitch. Catches the edge for strike one.
First time Conway pitchers had to pitch out of the stretch today. So you got to change it up just a bit. Good pitch.
Swinging over the top there.
Breaking ball. Just dove.
Billick ahead now 1-2.
Nice.
Runner on first. And he gets Thomason swinging for out number one.
Well, that's some great pitching right there. Had to block the first pitch and then came back with 3 strikes. Nice. Now batting the second baseman, number 20, Blake Brower. Almost did it again. Man, it's ridiculous. That name is ridiculous.
Yeah, I want to say Brower.
Yeah.
But that's not right.
No.
Cover. Got in front of it, throw down to second. Not in time.
Got one step away from being up to the point where Cover could get that one.
So Elliott in scoring position now for the Hornets. With 1 out here in the fourth. Brower 0 for 1, grounded out to short. Back in the first. That's danger right there.
That's danger
but
right there.
But it's not, because Blake Korsmeyer is playing left field.
The first, the play at first base did nothing but make him a little bit more angry about catching baseballs. Man, what Blake Korsmeyer? Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
That was a beauty.
Now batting number 19, Blake Scoggins.
2 away. Wow. Elliott at second for the Hornets.
What a play. Go get you some, Mr. Korsmeyer. My goodness.
Scoggins struck out after 4 pitches back in the second.
I totally had written that one off as a base hit into the gap.
I thought for sure.
Well, I mean, Korsmeyer just absolutely just from out of nowhere. What a play. He did drop the ball, but it was on the exchange. He was getting up to throw back to second. That's a good fly ball.
Swung on into center field.
We got
Stewart.
Got a guy right there.
Chased it down for the final out of the inning. No damage done here in the fourth. Wampus Cats bats coming up next on Conway Corp. Back live here at Wampus Cat Field, bottom of the fourth. Wampus Cats up 11-0.
Got a change coming in from Coach Harden. That'll be Malik Simpson coming in the ball game. We just talked about the situation with his father. It's completely tragic for this program, but boy, he's a fine young man. Leading off for the Wampus Cats, number 1, Malik Simpson.
Malik scored 5 runs on the year. He's drawn 1 walk. He's been hit by a pitch twice. And he's got a single.
Plays a lot of second base. Started the season, had the first start of the season against Joe T. Robinson.
Martin evens it up 1-1.
Good pitch on the outside, painted the edge. I think he might go out there again. Instead, he comes up beyond the helmet.
Up and in.
Catcher set up outside. So, I mean, not only did he miss his target, he missed the entire process.
2-1 pitch. Same spot. That's ball 3.
All right, you can be a little bit selective, but if you feel it and it's in the right spot, let it rip. Good eye.
Lays off, and Malik Simpson draws his second walk of the year.
And let's see. Bo Billick coming up. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the pitcher number 30, Bo Billick.
That's 10 walks now in the game.
In 4 innings, and not even 3 innings plus. Oops.
Oof.
Yeah, let's don't take one on the kneecap. I'm okay with that. With an 11-0 game, I'm okay with that. Not for the pitcher. Process of pitching requires a couple of good knees.
Lays off that pitch. 2-0 to Billick. No outs and Simpson at first.
Speed at first base with Malik Simpson, you're right.
It's in the dirt. Couldn't quite stop it. And Simpson will take second.
Pretty easy there. Ball kicked away pretty good distance, but it was easy to get there. A little conference at the mound. Man, we've seen a lot of conferences.
Yeah, 4 pitchers on the day for the Hornets. It took 3 to get through the first inning.
3-0 count. Bo's not going to be doing anything here but watching this pitch. And the Hornets are threatening to put the runners on the first 2 bags with no outs. Perilously close to unattainable range, if not already there.
Pitch from Martin.
Oh,
had
the
the green
3-0
light.
Greeny.
I say he had the green light. I don't know that for sure.
Coach Reed was looking back in the dugout, but I don't. Maybe he had the green light. Okay. I'll ask Coach about that. We need to ask him about that.
Okay.
He got the greenie.
3-1, swung on, out into left field. It's carrying.
It's
off the wall. Simpson will score from second. It's an RBI double for Bo Billick.
Left fielder had no idea where it was. I mean, it went
He
off
thought
the
it was gone.
top. Well, it went off the top of the wall. Bo almost got him one there. And that's going to be it, probably, for Colton Martin. Pinch runner is going to be Max Owen.
So 2 runners faced here in the 4th. It was a walk and an RBI double for Bo Billick.
The bullpen door has swung open, and we will find a new pitcher.
I'm running out of slots on my
That's
scorecard over here. 30, I believe. Yeah.
It is. So we'll find out who that is. That is Wyatt Taylor. He's a senior.
All right. Well, as Taylor warms up, we'll take a little break and be back with the rest of the 4th inning here on Conway Corp.
And at the plate, the shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero.
Cicero 0 for 1. He's got a walk and scored a run in the 3rd. First pitch swinging, foul back for strike 1.
He was right on it. He didn't give him a welcome to the game pitch, anything like that. He just went up there hacking.
5th pitcher we've seen from the Hornets.
Is that number 5? Wow. 5th pitcher?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wyatt Taylor on the mound. You said he's a senior?
Yeah, he is. There you go.
Swung on, out into left field. Chasing it down is Elliott. I think that's still Elliott out there.
Hard to tell.
Route number 1.
And didn't get all of it. Got it off the end of the bat. That's too bad. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the third baseman, number 23, Thomas Ford.
So 1 out, Max Owen at second. And on comes Ford. 1 for 1 on the day with a single and 2 walks. He's gotten on base all 3 times.
Just a smidge outside there. Wampus Cats have scratched out 4 hits. We saw 3 pitchers in the first inning for Bryant, I believe.
That's correct.
That's a good pitch.
Evens it up 1-1.
All right, you've seen one now. Go get it. No need to not be swinging here. We had Bo Billick swinging on 3-0.
Ford lays off, pass ball, and Owen will take third.
Good heads-up play by Max. Saw it in the dirt. Took off. Easy to third base. So Thomas can get an RBI here with a nice, easy single or something to the right-hand side. Gets it in.
Tried to poke it out into left field, just not quite in time. And it's 2-2.
He can do that. He goes opposite field very well. Likes to keep the bat in the zone. Right there.
Grounds it over to the left side of the field. Diving stop by the shortstop. Won't matter. It's a single and an RBI for Thomas Ford.
That's exactly what he does. Stayed in the zone, poked it out there. Next up for the Wampus Cats, the catcher, number 18, Sean Cover.
13-0.
Love it.
1 out, 1 on for Cover. Had a 3-run home run his last time up.
Didn't want any one of that one. That's a ground ball if he tries to pull it. Now there's a wide gap out here, and the second baseman's playing tight to the bag. First baseman's on the bag. Good out of there.
Lays off there. It's 1-1. Cover, 2 for 2. 5 runs batted in and a walk.
He makes a mistake. Middle in. It's like BP.
Another pitch down in the zone. It's 2-1.
So Cover has 2 home runs now?
Yep.
On the season, 2.
2 home runs, and I think he's up to 13 runs batted in now.
Yeah, that's outside. So he's going to have to go out there. He's expanded the range just a little bit. That was in the chalk, but close enough to probably be hacking at. Got to go here. Right there.
Hands back, just line one out in the right center field. 3 hits on the day for Sean Cover.
He's a tough out, man. He is a tough cookie.
Yeah, I wish I could do anything as well as Sean Cover hits a baseball.
He just is phenomenal. So 27 is Brody Nash. Brody Nash at first base for the courtesy running. And at the plate, number 2, Willie Voss.
Brody, a junior, he scored 2 runs on the year. So 1 out, runners at first and second for Voss.
Good pitch on the black. Yeah, that's the thing about Cover, man. You talked about just, just a good hitter. He just is. I mean, he is so difficult to get out. He's raised his gaudy.
He's got to be in the 800s now.
Yeah, he's going to have to be. It's just. And the thing about it is.
Grounded over to first base. Keith will step on the bag.
But he moves the runners over.
Get the second out. Yeah, runners advance to second and third.
Not bad, not bad. Let me get Blake up here. Next up for your Wampus Cats, the left fielder, number 3, Blake Kordsmeyer. Fantastic play in the field. Unbelievable play in the field.
I can't wait to go back and see that one.
Here's the thing about Cover, too. I mean, you got Willie Voss around him, and you got Thomas Ford in front of him. But when Max Holland comes back, they'll bat 1, 2, 3, something like that, and that's what you're gonna have to face. I mean, so you can't pitch around. You won't be able to pitch around one of them.
It's unreal. I mean, obviously the Wampus Cats off to a great start, 4-0, well on their way to 5-0, and they're doing all of it without arguably their best player.
Yeah, I mean. And no knock on Max at all. I think Cover and Max are 1 and 1A, to be honest with you. I know the rankings are what they are, but they're both just outstanding, next level kinds of guys. There you go.
Kordsmeyer with an 0-2 count. Almost blooped it out into right field, but that'll do it for inning number 4. 2 runs scored here in the inning. 13-0 Conway on top of Bryant. Top of the 5th coming up next on Conway Corp. Back live here on Conway Corp, top of the 5th. Here at Wampus Cat Field, and a new pitcher on the mound. It's London Stewart. Final line for Bo Billick. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit given up, and 4 strikeouts. No earned runs.
Trying to see exactly what happened with the lineup then. At Max Owens at first. Willie Voss has gone back to the outfield, I think to right field. But I'm just not sure who all's out there yet. Got a new batter here.
It's 33.
Leading off for the Hornets, number 33, Jeremiah Moats. There's always a Moats. There's always a Moats in Bryant.
Whatever moats your boat.
Oh, the Moats. That's tragically bad that you just did that. But it is what it is.
London Stewart, 3 innings pitched.
What night was that against Russellville? Was that Monday night? Or Friday? It was Friday night, and it was 3 up, 3 down. All 3 strikeouts. Just absolutely filling it. Just like
First
that.
Pitch.
Oh, come on. Must have been low.
Inside. Got it across that. Well, I don't.
Yeah, he did. He called it.
Okay.
I
don't know that we needed to check.
I thought it was a strike regardless.
Foul that one back. 1-2.
Several times a day, the Wampus Cat pitchers have thrown a first pitch 1-2 counts out of that position. So they've really done well battling back.
1-2 pitch to Moats is up and away. Count even now at 2-2.
Just a bit outside. Tried to paint the corner and missed, as the old uke used to say.
It's sad to talk about him now.
I know. Man, one of my favorite play-by-play guys. No offense.
No, none taken.
The uke was amazing. Milwaukee Brewers, his work in the major league movies were just spectacular. And this will be way before your time, but he was a regular on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show, and man, there you go.
Full count, got him swinging. 10th strikeout on the year for Stewart.
London just kind of turned his back on after that pitch. Said, "Yeah, okay, you can take one, right over there. There's a spot right over there on first base. You can sit down." All right, number 17 hit another new batter here for them. Kind of unloading the benches. Now batting number 17, Jackson Biddle.
First.
To extend the ball game. Have to score 4 in this inning.
One count. The pitch from Stewart. Up in the zone.
Oh. And if they don't, you can go get your cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good pitch.
Ooh, got him swinging there. 2-2 count.
Just come in, 4 strikes in. Yeah.
Up and away, and another full count.
He's gone to the powder a little bit. There you go, good pitch.
Up in. Got him looking. Strikeout number 2 for Stewart.
Ooh, what a pitch. I painted that inside corner. Nice. All right, now we got a new batter, A.J. Stallman. Now batting for the Hornets, A.J. Stallman.
First pitch swinging, fouled away.
David Thompson just handed me a note that, and thank you, David, historian here for the Wampus Cats. Fantastic job with the parents, working all the stuff. That's 8 consecutive Ks for London Stewart, dating back to the game against Russellville.
Well, let's get it to 9.
Yeah. He's well on his way. 0-2.
0-2 pitch to Stallman. Popped up.
See?
Brown puts it away
That'll do it.
for out number 3 in 6A Central play.
Man, what a night by your Wampus Cats. The huge first inning. Let me get the end of the ball game here for us. And that's the ball game. Our final score. Wampus Cats 13. The Hornets 0. Junior varsity game to follow.
Man, oh man. Just one hit.
One hit.
Given up by your Wampus Cats today. Owen Davenport pitched 2 innings of hitless baseball. Bo Billick pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, and London Stewart came in and shut it down.
Yeah, not all the strikeouts. He has 8, working on 9, and got a pop-up, a lazy pop-up to end it. That's good. And the conference lineup for the Wampus Cats, this is a tough conference that they're in. And they are 2-0 in the conference. They've played Central already, so 2-0 and looking good. Pitching's there, bats are there. They didn't have a lot of hits tonight, but they didn't need them.
Well, Sean Cover had a lot of hits tonight. He was 3 for 3. He had a 2 RBI single in the first. He walked in the first in his first plate appearance. A 3-run home run in the third. And a single in the fourth. What a day for Sean Cover. Your Wampus Cats moved to 5-0 and 2-0 in 6A Central play. Hey, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I want to make sure we mention it now. The Conway bowling teams.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams won state championships this year. And, hey, they need a little help with purchasing the rings.
The Wampus Cat program, in general, by the way, the rings are very expensive, and all the kids who get a state championship, they absolutely deserve a ring. So you can go out to they've got a place out there on Facebook, I believe, as well. It's a chunk of change, and these kids, no matter the sport, deserve that.
Yeah, if you'd like to help or need more info, you can contact Coach Jeff Prince at princej@conwayschools.info. We got to get him on one of these broadcasts.
Yeah, we need to
talk
Coach
it over.
Prince, you bet.
Oh,
he'll probably want to talk a little football too, but we'll talk about bowling.
Listen, we'll do it all. What a first Diamond Sports broadcast for us here on Conway Corp. Huge win for your Wampus Cats. We'll be back next Tuesday, right back here for Conway baseball. And got to look and see who they're playing next Tuesday. Little Rock Christian Academy, new to the conference.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game.
Can't wait to bring it to you live here on Conway Corp. My thanks tonight to David, to Alex, to Aiden. Aiden was he was doing some camera work for us for something else, but he was doing it. Kylan out there. And, of course, Wayne helping
Maggie.
get everything set up. Maggie as well. So, I didn't even see Maggie was here. Maggie,
over there.
good to hear. And our man Justin King directing. Hey, this is easily, visually, our best baseball broadcast we've had.
Yeah. Looking forward to continuing to do these, man. This is good stuff.
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday. Little Rock Christian right here, taking on your Wampus Cats on Conway Corp. Thanks for watching.
Go Cats.